What's up, YouTube fam, man? We got a special guest. I'm pretty sure you guys already know who it is, man. We got a weight loss king. We got a physical, mental, physical fit guru. We got one of the people that influenced me to start a YouTube. One of the people that influenced me to be an influencer. As far as weight loss, health, and things of that nature, man. One of the people that put me on their platform and probably introduced me to more than 50% of you guys, man. We got no other than Bricks Fitness. What's up, bro?
What's the deal, Tashawn? How you feeling, my dude?
Man, I can't complain.
Let me start off by saying that, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud to see, what you've done with your story, because a lot of people need to hear this, and I'm glad you decided to make this a part of your mission.
Appreciate it, bro. With your help, man. With your help. It was something I always thought about, but I never went through with it. But then when you kind of put me on your channel and I seen like all the people that you can influence and all the people in the comments, like, do he got a YouTube or where is he at? And I was like, man, I got to go through with it. My mama was always telling me to do it. But when I came to your platform and when I seen like the impact that, just getting in shape can put on people and, what you can do and then what you was able to accomplish, man, I was like, man, I got to give it a shot, man. So I definitely got to give your flowers, bro, and give you a huge shout out, bro. You played a huge part in, what I'm doing now, for sure.
No doubt, bro. I'm glad I can help, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, we definitely going to ask you some questions about your weight loss story, your fitness journey and stuff like that, man. But before we get into that, bro, just want you to tell us a little bit about the 6-week plan for our gentlemen out there, man, to turn them into a beast.
Listen, man. So here's the thing. I believe that this world is a better place if men become more disciplined, right? If men become more mentally tough, they become better fathers, they become better, partners, husbands, boyfriends, whatever. They excel more in their careers. They have more to give to the world, to people in their community, etc. So I want to take a group of men and make them unrecognizable to themselves and to their families in 6 weeks. By putting them in an environment that encourages the development of their discipline, right? Mental discipline, physical discipline, which will make a significant change in their body. And more importantly, it'll give them more confidence because your confidence was built by enduring hard things, right? You getting a chance to experience yourself doing hard things is what made you a fucking savage. It's what made you a beast, right?
Absolutely.
So the Savage 6-week challenge is designed to create that environment for men, give them access to a brotherhood, give them access to all the tools they need to transform physically, right? We teach them how to make meal plans and how to do, their workout programs, give them the little tips of the trade, the little strategies and hacks to make the weight loss process simpler. But more importantly, they get plugged into a community of brothers who are all with the same type of mindset, who are all trying to strive to the highest version of themselves. So we're super excited about that, bro. I'm hand selecting folks, bro. Like I'm having you, reach out to folks in your network because I just want to get the right type of energy, the right type of people involved in this challenge, bro, because I know this is going to be life-changing for people, bro. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
For sure. That's dope, man. So you guys heard it from the man himself, man. You guys take advantage of this, man. I'm telling you, man, all my gentlemen out there, you do not want to miss out on this. You do not want to pass up on this. I'm telling you to change your life. And what we're going to do at the bottom of this video in the description is going to be a link where you guys can tap it and get signed up as soon as possible, man, for sure.
Yeah,
you guys do not want to miss this.
It starts October the 17th.
Okay.
And there's limited slots. And I'm personally going to be, hosting this challenge, right? I'm doing Zoom calls with them. I'm very involved with every person who's going to be in this challenge. It's almost my personal responsibility to make sure that they experience the transformation.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I wish I had access to something like this in the beginning of my journey, man. So I just wanted to provide this opportunity. So yeah, guys, click the link in the description and join this challenge. It's gonna be life changing, especially this time of the year, bro. You know how
perfect time.
This time of the year, it gets hard. It gets hard. stay focused on your goals, you know, with all these holidays. And it's like, no, but that for me, that means it's time to lock in. So yeah,
and
tap in with us.
For sure. And you one of the best people that, you know, could be the one hosting this because you've been through what they're trying to accomplish. I tell people all the time, these are the people that you want to have, you know, leading you and guiding you through to transform. And it's people that actually experience the toughness, experience the discipline, experience the trials and tribulations of the journey, man. So you guys definitely don't want to miss this opportunity. I promise you. So click that link. It's going to be in the description for you guys and get signed up ASAP. I'm telling you, it's going to definitely pay off and be worth it for sure.
For sure, man. And I hope you be a part of this as well, bro. You know, maybe have you pop on some of the calls and chop it up with the group.
Absolutely. I'll be more than happy for sure, bro. For sure.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, Bricks, just got a couple of questions to ask you, man. Just about your weight loss journey from the start to finish. I know I kind of interviewed you before when we was working out when I came up there, but after I looked at it, I was like, man, I missed so many like vital questions, and people was like, why didn't you ask them this or ask them that, man? So I definitely got some questions for you, man, for sure.
Let's do it.
So, yes, sir. So the first question I got for you, which I think is vital in the weight loss transformation, and when you start in the weight loss journey, where were you and what was your mindset when it clicked to where, like, when you was like, man, it's time? Like, what was going through your mind, and where were you at the time to where you was like, okay, I'm finna start tomorrow, or man, it's time to lose weight?
Yeah, man, that moment, I was pretty much fed up, bro. You know, I had hit my breaking point. That version of myself, I wanted to kill that version of myself because his habits, his mindset, his attitude about life, it created a body and a life that felt like hell, if I'm being honest, bro. I felt like I created a hell for myself. So, you know, at the time I was in a really dark place. You know, I was contemplating taking my own life. So I was kind of at this crossroad. You know, I kind of describe it that way. I was at a crossroad where I felt like, I needed to either take control of my life or I was thinking about taking my own life, like just fucking ending it all. So I was in a really dark, depressed place. And I was just, enough was enough, man. I had to choose to become another version of myself. I had to take on a new identity. And it started with that choice, bro. And if it wasn't for my children, I don't know if I would have been able to get out of that fucking hole that I was in. Wow. But I had to choose to attach to attach discipline to my identity, and everything else kind of followed from there.
Facts, bro. That's deep, man. That's deep. So what was the first thing you did? Did you try to kick the diet first? Did you try to hit the gym first? What was the first thing you did? Did you do them both at the same time, or?
Yeah. So I went into a rabbit hole of just educating myself on nutrition, right? I was reading every book I could on nutrition. I threw away all of my fucking junk food. You know, I stripped my cupboards bare, bro. I got rid of all my fucking Oreos and my Lay's and Ruffles and shit. I threw all of that away. And I just filled my fridge with fresh fruits and vegetables and lean meats. And that's kind of where I started. And I was working out with a friend of mine who was a trainer, because I didn't know shit, bro. I was the guy that got in the machines backwards, you know, I was so intimidated by the gym, man. I used to walk in the gym and be fucking jealous of these fit dudes. So it was scary, but that's what I started, right? To answer your question, I started with just like really changing my environment, like getting rid of all of the things that I was weak around, like getting it out of my environment, right, and just educating myself, and then pushing past that fucking fear to get in the gym. And I just challenged myself every day to just show up, right? That was the first thing. Just fucking show up, bro. Right. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Just get in the building and do what you can. You know, that's kind of how I started. That's
dope. So when you first started, what was your heaviest weight?
So my scale went up to 350. Mm-hmm. And I got an error message on that joint. So who knows, bro? I could have been 375, 360. I just know I was north of 350 at my heaviest. Yeah.
And the lowest what was the lowest you ever gotten down to?
Probably like 204.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So I've been watching you for a while, bro, and I was looking at some of your old videos, and I can kind of tell when you first lost the weight how you was kind of like lean a little bit, but now it's to where like you're able to like maintain your weight and you got like muscle. So not only did you lose the weight and get lean, you also like built muscle, which is hard for a lot of people to do and eliminate loose skin. Talk to us about how you was able to drop all that weight and then turn it into muscle too, to make it look like to where somebody can see you now and be like, no way you was big, bro. So how was you able to transform like that?
Yeah. So first and foremost, I need to give credit to my genetics. Right. Let me not try to take credit for God's work. Right. Obviously, I ate enough protein. I trained hard. I made sure I got enough volume. I did a lot of full body workouts, and I trained, I got the volume, right? I trained four or 5 times a week, full body workouts. So I was definitely doing my part, but genetics is another element that we definitely have to consider for sure. But the main thing, getting enough sleep, getting enough protein, and managing my stress. Like those are the main elements there, and just training hard as fuck, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. So what was your meal plan like and your workout split?
So my workout split, like I said, I did mainly full body.
Right.
I would do 3 full body sessions, and then I would do a HIIT day, and then I would have at least one day of like long distance running.
Wow.
Right. Like where I run like 5-6 miles on that day. But that was mainly, but my circuit, I had one circuit day where I would do like high intensity circuits, like kettlebell swings and burpees and box jumps and, that intense stuff. I would do that at least once a week. And then 3 days a week was just like full body, maybe like 1 hour and 20 minutes of just full body workout. Sometimes I would do upper body, lower body supersets.
Wow.
Like I'll do curl press superset with like a leg press, or I'll do a back squat superset with a incline bench press, like upper body, lower body supersets, kind of keep the heart rate up while still real taxing the muscles real well. So I honestly switched it up a lot, man. I switched it up, but that was mainly my routine.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, did you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Did you eat before your workouts, or like what was your like eating times? Did it vary?
For the most part, I ate twice a day. Right. I normally would break my fast around 1.
Okay.
And I would eat my last meal around 8, and I'd probably have like a snack or 2 in between. I started off working out fasted for about the first 8 months of my journey. But then I noticed that, because I did a lot of experimenting, and that's what I always suggest people do. Like, experiment. Right. Don't just like ask people or research. Try it out, right? Try out how it feels to work out fasted, and then eat, right? And then try out how it feels to work out with food on your stomach, Absolutely. Right? Eat 2 hours before, eat an hour before, eat 3 hours before. Like, really figure out what makes you feel optimal in the gym and use that to determine how you do it. Right. So, after that stint of working out fasted, I started to eat just like a small meal, maybe an hour before the gym, 2 hours before the gym. And that's when I felt optimal. Wow. So that's what I do now. Like, I'll eat a small, something small. Right. And then an hour and a half later, I hit the gym.
That's dope. That was going to be my next question. How are you able to maintain, or what's like your workout and meal split now? Do you have any cheat days? I know you got a lot more leeway now to where it's like, okay, I can do this week or this day. Like, how are you able to maintain?
Yeah. So after, this has been a decade now for me. Yeah. So, I spent a long time tracking macros and tracking calories. And now it's like, I eat more intuitive, right? I'm very in tune with my body and what it needs and what it likes and what it doesn't like. And now it's like, I tell people, you need to learn to love the foods that love you back.
Facts.
Right? And our bodies are so brilliantly designed to give us feedback instantly. It tells us, when something doesn't nourish it and when something does. So I typically nowadays just eat really intuitive. I typically intermittent fast for at least 16 hours every day. Like I said, I've been doing that now for about 8 years, where, I'll eat my last meal around 8 or 9, and then I'll start eating again around noon or 1. And that period of time that you give your body a break from digesting food is extremely healthy. I don't know if your audience have ever heard of the concept of autophagy, which is basically cellular regeneration. So when your body goes without food, it eventually starts to eat away all of the bad cells in your body. And when you consistently do that, it definitely serves you long term in keeping a healthy, body. So yeah, that's my main thing, right? I eat a lot of protein. I try to get at least 200 grams of protein a day. I try to eat low glycemic carbs, right? I try to stay away from foods that spike my insulin, right. So like I recently given up sugar completely, like no artificial sweeteners. Now I don't. So let me give you guys a disclaimer. I'm not telling you to give up sugar completely. I'm not telling you to do what I do. This is me a decade in. This is just the evolution of my relationship with food. But I've recently given up sugar completely. I'm 9 days in, right? And I feel amazing. But not just sugar, because I've given up sugar before, but no artificial sweeteners, which is tough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's in almost everything.
Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, high protein, low glycemic index carbs, like sweet potatoes, quinoa, amaranth, a lot of vegetables. I eat a salad every day. I try to get a variety of different fruits and vegetables in my diet every day, at least, 7 to 8 to 9 different types. Like I have peppers and cucumbers and mixed greens and kale and spinach and, nuts. Like I have a lot of nuts and flax seeds, and I try to eat a lot of superfoods, try to keep my diet as whole foods based as possible and focusing on clean protein sources. And like I said, low glycemic index carbs and a lot of fruits and vegetables.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any cheat days? Are you still addicted to food at all? Is it something to where you still can't let go? And when you started your journey, did you do any cheat days or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, like in the beginning of my journey, I was so afraid of cheat days that I went for like 3 or 4 months without having any balance at all. And that's not the right thing to do, because that caused me to binge once, because, I was depriving myself too aggressively, which led to, me binging eventually. So I eventually started adding in 1 cheat meal a week. But then I kind of graduated maybe 7 months, 8 months into my journey to where I started to learn how to track macros. Now, once I learned how to track macros, I was able to have more balance in my diet every day versus it being this very restrictive, like, I'm cutting out this, that, and the third. It was like, no, I was able to still throw in a bowl of Fruity Pebbles every day, or throw in a few Oreos here and there during the day. So I never felt this need to just like indulge in this one big meal or a cheat day per se, because I learned how to track my macros. So that's really my suggestion is for you to figure out a way to eat every day that feels like you can have balance and you're not feeling deprived, because you gotta sustain this long term, and having that feeling of balance daily will help you with that.
For sure. That's kind of what I face, man. Like to get to lose this weight, what I did, it was something I once realized, dang, I can't, this is a journey, this is a lifestyle, bro. So I started switching it up, and that's when I learned balance and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so instead of like depriving yourself so much, still kind of enjoy it, but have smaller portions, or still kind of enjoy it, but switch it up a little bit, like stuff like that. Don't try to go so long with depriving, because you eventually gonna crash.
Yep.
Like
Absolutely.
people can say they mentally strong all they want to. Like I'm mentally strong, but if I go, let's say 2 or 3 months and I'm doing my 1 meal a day and all those meals is clean, I'm eventually going I always tell my clients a binge is always right around the corner, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So if you feel like you got to get it. And don't, instead of have a cheat day, like you said, have a cheat meal.
Yeah, one meal.
The term cheat day and be like, okay, breakfast, I'm gonna have 10 pancakes, lunch. Bro, don't do that, bro.
Nah, a cheat day can undo all the progress that you've made all week in one day. Man. So you just being mindful. So my thing is always one meal, and I always made sure I trained hard on that day as well.
Facts.
You know, so that's a key tip right there.
That's dope. Okay, so this is probably one of the top questions that people ask a lot. What changed from the weight you was at before and the weight you was at now? What are a couple of things to where you like, man, I'm glad I did it? Like, what's a couple of those things?
Bro, I can talk all day long about the difference. You know, just honestly, the main difference is just the way that I think. Now, I know that's probably not what people are expecting me to say here, right? It's, you know, I'm a big believer that how you do anything is how you do everything. So the discipline that I developed during my weight loss journey spilled over into every area of my life, right? Which made me a better father. It made me a better man in general, right? It made me, I started making more money. I started having healthier relationships, all because of the things that I principally learned during my weight loss journey. But the world reacts differently to you because your body is the first thing that represents you in the world. You feel what I'm saying? It's like your resume. It tells all your secrets.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it tells your story before you get a chance to even open your mouth. So the world responded differently to me because I had built a physique that commanded respect. So obviously, you know that changes so many things. You know, it changes so many things. But it's honestly, I think it's less about the aesthetic. It's more about the confidence that you gain from putting in that work and how that kind of radiates. Your confidence radiates and the world responds differently to you because you have that confidence about you.
For sure. Facts, bro. So confidence, I know confidence changes tremendously, bro. Tremendously. So what's something that you do now that nobody could have paid you to do before that's involving your weight?
Man. Frame that question a different way.
So what's something that like you wouldn't do before that you would do now because of your weight?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I would never be caught dead in public with my shirt off. Obviously, that was like a big thing for me. I had this vision of feeling confident with my shirt off. Yeah. So that's definitely one. I think that's the main thing, man. Like just feeling confident in my skin and publicly, you know, feeling okay. Like when I have certain gyms I go to just because I can train with my shirt off in it.
For sure.
You know, like listen, I wear that shit proudly. Let people talk shit all they want, bro. I work fucking hard for this 6-pack. Y'all gonna see this shit.
No doubt, man. For sure. And just to remind the people, your weight loss journey, everything was all natural. No surgery, no nothing, man. And I tell people that not to bash the people that had surgery, but I always push that because I want to let them know that they can do it, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no surgery, no steroids, no fat burners, none of that. Yeah.
That's dope, bro. So only a couple more questions, man. So take us to your first day in the gym. Did you think like when you got in there, did you have any body problems? Did you like say, man, I'm finna go back home? Like, how was that first day?
Listen, bro, I it's so hard to admit this publicly, and I've done this a few times in interviews. I was a hater, bro. Like, when I walked in the gym and I seen dudes ripped, I'm like, fuck y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I was angry, bro. Like, no cap. I was really angry at myself. Really, at that time, I thought I was jealous of them, but really I was just resenting myself, right? Yeah. So I had a lot of that, and I just felt lost. I didn't know how to use the machines. I felt very weak, you know. So I had to push past a lot of fear and discomfort in order to get myself in the gym every day. But I think that was part of the medicine, right? Just like pushing past, you know, my whatever resistance I had coming up for me was the thing that helped mold my character and really mold my discipline. So yeah, no, I hated the experience early in the gym. But it was important that I had some friends that really supported me through that. And I'm very grateful for that. Shout out to my man Jared, one of the first dudes I ever worked out with. Yeah, he would talk me through it, man, because man, it's so many times I wanted to just walk out of that gym after 10 minutes of being in there, just like wanting to turn around and go home because I just felt so out of place, bro. But I had to remind myself that this is a journey that is for me and that nobody's thinking about me. I used to think that people were looking at me or like laughing at me. Like it's so funny what your mind does when you're in that space. But for anybody who's resonating with what I'm saying, just like, trust me, no one is paying attention to you. Like if anything, you know, I find that there's people are way more supportive in the gym than are actually like trying to ridicule you. So just get past your own limitations and really like lean in on the discomfort, and trust me, eventually you start to find your way.
Absolutely, bro. To piggyback off that, when you was talking about the mind, how strong your mind get afterwards, people really don't realize, man, when you go through this journey and stuff like that, how strong you become mentally, and you start to look back on your old self like, man, I would have never did that. Like this mindset now, and it's people think, how did your mind change just by you losing weight? It's like, man, that's why we trying to get you to make this transformation, bro, is the mind and the discipline you gain during this. It's like, wow. It's amazing, bro.
That's the real transformation. And that's when I talk about the 6-week transformation that happens with the Savage 6-week challenge, it's more of the mental shift that happens that then inspires you to behave and make different choices, right? It's like our behaviors typically are in alignment with our identity of ourselves. So if we could spend 6 weeks working on identity, working on mindset, working on confidence, it will make the process of getting in the gym and being consistent a lot easier, because now you believe that that's who you are. Absolutely. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one of the beautiful gifts that I'm pretty sure people who contribute, who participate in this challenge, they walk away from this challenge with a new identity of themselves, bro. And that's everything. It's everything. Yeah.
That's why when you sent me that and I was looking through it, I was like, wow, this is a no-brainer, because it's the mind. It's the mind. It's things that come along with the transformation. Like you said, better father, better brother, better son, better everything with this plan, bro, that you created to help people out, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's a no-brainer to hop on that for sure. So last question, bro. When did you decide that you wanted to make a YouTube or you wanted to be an influencer? What part of your journey did you decide, hey, I'm about to start uploading on YouTube? Did you use it to hold yourself accountable and then it wind up influencing people, or like what made you start your brand and how did you come up with the name Bricks?
Yeah. Well, to answer the last part of your question, so Bricks was a childhood nickname. Okay. And I kind of just always had. My grandmother said I was built like a house. So that's the corny story behind Bricks. Fat boy, you know, like big bone. So yeah, she said I was built like a house. So she started calling me Bricks. But as far as YouTube, I procrastinated starting a YouTube channel for a long time. I always felt like, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the right equipment. You know, I didn't really believe that anyone wanted to hear anything I had to say. And it was just one of those moments where I felt like I needed to push past the discomfort and just like, yo, let me just do it. You know, let me just, you know, push past the fear, post my first video. It was awkward as fuck. It was, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know, I probably recorded that video 50 times and it still was trash. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just, it goes to show that you never feel fully prepared for anything that's going to help you grow. For sure. And it's always just about taking that step. But I just felt like I had this obligation to share the things that I learned. Facts. You know, like I wanted to pay it forward. You know, I felt like I'd gained so much wisdom and insight from my journey, and I couldn't keep it all to myself. So, you know, I wanted to make the channel, you know, as a place to deposit all of that so that I can help other people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Dope, bro. Yeah, man, you definitely motivated me, man. When I came and did the interview and I seen like how you really didn't have like, because at first from the outside looking in, you really be thinking that people really like have like a whole like camera crew and people doing this. And when I seen that you can really do it like how you did, I was like, wow,
yeah.
bro, like, and the outcome of it, of like the videos and stuff that you do, it looks like, you know, like, wow, this is top.
I remember, I was setting up my camera phone, like my phone. Yep. He was like, "You use a phone?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro." I had one camera and I had my phone. And that video did like 300,000 views or something like that.
Yeah, it did, man. That's why I tell people, man, this right here is powerful, bro.
Oh yeah, we have no excuses nowadays, bro.
And then, like you said, you thought your first video was trash, but to somebody else, it could have been the best quality or best thing ever, man. So that's why I tell people, man, get started, bro. But you definitely can learn from people like yourself and like me that's actually been through it and things like that, man. So that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, Brick. So the last question, man, anybody that's watching this, bro, that's looking to start a weight loss transformation or physical transformation, mental transformation, like what's some keys and tips you can tell them, somebody that's struggling or somebody that's trying to get started?
Get accountability. Don't try to do it by yourself. That's the first. The second ingredient, I think, is self-compassion. You got to realize you're trying to break a spell. You are trying to undo 20, 30 years of programming, of conditioning. And it's going to take time. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. You're going to have a lot of negative self-talk happening. You have to be kind to yourself through this process. Right. You have to be intentional in so many ways. You have to be intentional about choosing an identity, choosing a mindset, a perspective. You have to be intentional about developing discipline. Discipline is a muscle, bro. Just like your bicep needs reps, you need to have reps where you're pushing past not wanting to do shit and doing it anyway. That is what develops discipline, right? Creating systems in your life. If you don't live by a calendar, right? Your workout should be on your calendar. Your meal prep should be on your calendar. My grocery order is automated, bro. I click a few buttons, my grocery is ordered. I go pick it up. Boom. I got a system in place. Don't try to freestyle this shit. You feel me? Don't try. And then also don't overthink it. Right. I know there's 1,000 different YouTube videos telling you to do this and do that. Don't overthink it. It's simply about movement. It's about trying to get as much whole foods in your diet as possible, getting enough protein, getting enough sleep. That's it. Focus on that, right? Get some help if you can afford it. Join a challenge, hire a coach, etc., and just honor and respect the process.
Facts, bro. Wise words, man, from the man himself, Bricks Fitness. Appreciate you, bro, for this, man. It kind of is like a surreal moment for me from thinking back to when you interviewed me. And now I would have never thought in a million years that I'd be interviewing you, bro. Like, this
salute,
is dope, man. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Yes, sir.
You, bro. Seriously,
yes,
man.
You played a huge part, man. So when you see me like making content and stuff, I always remember, bro, like, dang, that kind of like came from you. Like, you know, wow. Yeah, for sure, man. So appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man. Definitely top influencer for me and like top motivator for me, bro. For sure, man. So again, you guys, man, the link is gonna be in the description below, man. You guys definitely sign up for this transformation challenge, man. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, man, you do not want to miss it. Click that link and get signed up ASAP. For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, appreciate you, Bricks, man. YouTube fam, man. We out, man. You guys comment, like, subscribe, and share with any and everybody on the weight loss journey and sign up for this challenge, man. We gone.
Peace.